Hey, Pinto, good girl. You gonna be a good dog, or you gonna help with today's video, or just sit there and look cute? All right, good dog. Go on, go play. Okay, where were we? Let's get these. Whoa, I guess those are still hooked up. Jeez, have farts. Howdy, I'm Jason, and in today's video, we're going to be showing you the latest automotive battery from Optima, the new Deep Cycle H6 with the flat plates. It's pretty awesome. I think we'll take it over to the blue blankets and show it off a little. All right, so what we have here, guys, is the new Optima DH6, and this is what they're calling their PureFlow technology as opposed to the spiral cell technology here, which obviously is the 6-pack. Now, this is Old Faithful. This is the battery out of my truck. This is the one I've had since 2002, so 16 years. I mean, this has been a really just tried and true workhorse for me. You are very little help so far. So let me do a quick battery 101 and explain what this type of battery is. Now, there's two main types in automotive applications. There's flooded cell, which is basically what comes stock in your vehicle, and it looks very similar to this. The flooded cell, however, inside here has lead plates suspended inside here, and then it uses sulfuric acid and water flooded, and literally will be filled up to about here with water and sulfuric acid. And the problem with that is that you can't do that without having to immediately tilt it back up. An AGM battery, the absorbed glass mat, means that it's the same chemicals. There's lead and there's sulfuric acid and a bit of water in there, and it's not in fluid form, it's in a gel on a mat. And so what that enables is a much more stable and durable platform. Now, what Optima has done is they've taken their very durable, tried and true spiral cell platform. So what they've done now is with the flat plate and the PureFlow battery in the H6 here, is that they've made it even more durable. Now, the byproduct of having this, using the flat plates in the square or the rectangular formula here, is that they've put more in here. So you actually have more material than this battery. And what they've done is that the way they connect these things, they have a cast lead bar that goes across the top here. That's more durable, and it actually enables it to transfer more power. So if you look at the numbers on these things, the cold cranking amps on the new H6 is 800 cold cranking amps. That's pretty impressive for a deep cycle battery. So this is now an amazing catch-all battery, while the old one has 750 cold cranking amps. And just to give you a quick heads up, the cold cranking amps are measured when they actually freeze these batteries, and I forget if it's like -12. It's an industry standard, so they freeze them and then test what the output is. There's another number here that's actually really cool, and on the new battery, the cranking amp, so like everyday use cranking amps, is 928 cranking amps. Now, that's the level of high capacity start batteries, yet you still have a deep cycle, a deep cell battery. The older one was 870. So you've now seen a substantial increase in both of those numbers in the same essential footprint that goes into your vehicle. You may also notice that the configuration of the terminals is swapped as well. So you have the positive and negative on opposite sides, which means that there's going to be no battery terminal shenanigans, at least in this install, which is really going to be nice. So that way I don't have to do any moving or stretching of the cables or modification at all. It literally just drop into place, and the factory hold down will just work without any adapters. Now, for full honesty, I didn't buy this battery. This is a good example of having friends in the right places and being in the right place at the right time. So when we finished running trail to SEMA last year, my good buddy over at Power Stop, Christopher Miller, we were walking the show floor at SEMA, and he has strong contacts with the folks over at Optima, and he says, oh, you got to get a hold of one of these batteries. He put me in contact with them. Next thing you know, I'm running out of a parking lot in one of the back lots at SEMA with this guy right here. So I'm kind of stoked. So to be honest, didn't buy it. I mean, I don't know a lot of people that have enough money to just, I already have a brand new yellow top in the Jeep we just put in a few months ago. I love it, it's great. There's no reason to upgrade that other than to show off this and the fact that I got it to do a kind of a product review or overview with you guys with it. So I'm actually kind of stoked. And again, all of that data that I just told you about is really the reason why this is a really worthwhile upgrade. So now I also got a couple of the Optima chargers, so I'll be able to show you how to maintain. Like, this is an investment, so that's something that you might want to think about if you're getting an Optima battery, especially one at this level right here. And this is actually kind of cool right here. You can see my Edition 1 SEMA 2018 sticker on there because I literally jacked this thing at SEMA last year, and it's been sitting. I've been waiting to get this install done. So here we go. Let's get it in the Jeep. I'll show you how easy this is going to be. This install rated super easy. The hardest thing you'll do is lift this old battery out and the other one in because it's just literally heavy and kind of an awkward reach over the side here. Other than that, it's a 10mm socket. You'll need an extension to get down into the bottom there, into the well, to undo the tie down. Other than that, this is really easy. Now I'm gonna just move this out of the way just to give us a little bit more room right here. This is just a 10mm socket. Now, here's a tip when you're doing anything with the battery in your vehicle. If you're taking the terminals off, start with a negative and end with the negative. So you take the negative terminal off first, and there's a reason why you do this. You never touch the two terminals. Obviously, any metal between there will spark, as we learned earlier in this video. So, negative terminal comes off. Stow that to the side for this moment. You've now just made the positive terminal a little safer so that just in case you just happen to swing, now this is what happens to a lot of us, is you'll swing your wrench as you have this attached to the positive terminal. It's looking, if this were attached, it would be looking for that ground. Now that it's attached, you can actually see that. I can touch the positive terminal and this wrench to metal, no shocking, no gnarliness. So that's just a little tip for you. Okay, loosen that up. So then the 10mm with a longer extension will just buzz the factory tie down off. Pretty simple stuff. And that is the factory hold down. I'm gonna put these little caps on just in case as I pull it out that it touches something and sparks, just for safety. I have these, so we'll put those on. Now just reach in and get this battery out of here. And that is the heavy lifting, so to speak, so far. Okay, then we just lift this guy into place, move our terminals out of the way, and that will just go down to there like that. Okay, that thing just sits right down in there. Once you get all your cables accounted for, we'll put the factory tie down back down inside there. This should now go drama-free, no adapters, no nothing, right into place, pretty much just like it does here. As you can see, this is pretty darn easy so far. Okay, it doesn't have to go that tight. This thing is pretty heavy, it's about 50 pounds. Okay, so this is gonna take a little finagling. Now this is another good reason why we don't have our negative terminal cable attached yet, because of the trail rocker bracket, those get close enough to the metal there that would not be super pleasant to be shocking out and shorting out our new battery. But as you can see, that just sits right in there pretty darn nice. And then let's go ahead and snug down the positive. Always be positive. Oh, I know that's a bad joke. Okay, that seems good. I had to move this little wire, the power wire that goes to the trail rocker now goes around here because I like to keep this stuff looking tidy and good like I meant to do it. All right, let's move on to our negative terminal. Don't be negative, always be positive. And then this should go right to that like it does. Make sure everything looks good here. Before we snug that down, let's get our evap canister back in place. Feels good. Looks good. Cables look like they're in the spot they're meant to be. We'll snug that down. And call that a good install. All right, fire in the hole. Try not to hit the tree. And oh man, did you see that? So here is an important thing to remember when it comes to charging your AGM batteries. A lot of people say that, oh, I got an Optima, it died, and then I could never recharge it and it was dead. That's not exactly the case. Now I have a regular battery charger. What happens is if it doesn't see a minimum voltage out of your battery, then it won't charge it. It'll say the battery's dead shorted. And now in a flooded cell battery, that is the case. Once they dead short or get below a certain voltage, there's no bringing them back. AGM, these Optimas in particular, actually do come back from that. That's one of the benefits. What you need is a charger that says, okay, I understand the battery that I'm dealing with here, and will charge it. So these are actually a key element to, if you have an AGM battery, getting an AGM capable or compatible charger is key. So what we have here are the two Optima chargers that they offer. Now this is the digital 400, this is the digital 1200. Now obviously one has a bigger number in the title than the other one. That possibly may mean there's more features, and that's basically it. This right here does everything I need it to do. This is actually this is the bargain, the deal in the combo here. This is 89 bucks. It has a charger, an analyzer, and a conditioner, and a maintainer. So it has a lot of functions in this thing. This has all of those things, plus it actually has hardwire connections to be able to quick connect into the side here, has a USB charger, and it has a higher amperage, so it does everything faster. So this right here is the deluxe model. So it has, oh, you want me to throw this? More options, it has more capacity, so it does more. And now remember, these do all batteries, not just AGM style batteries. So this is awesome. If you got the cash, get this thing, because it has this plus and then all these little accessories. But I'm gonna just tell you, you should get this one, no matter what battery you have, especially if you have an AGM style battery, but this is actually a good deal. So the Optima 400, digital 400, major thumbs up. This is an amazing unit. I've already implemented this one a lot into my automotive cycle. Now you may be thinking I have an extra battery here. This one is going back in the truck where it has had a long life and will continue to live. This one is going in a vehicle that you guys have started to see a little bit more on the channel. Let's go install this in its new home, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that vehicle. What you doing? Well, here's an interesting predicament. I just dropped this thing, like full on dropped it on the ground. It's scratched up and dented pretty good. There you go, durable. Waist high, drop straight to the ground. You can, there's a couple of quick new dings in it. There you have it. That wasn't on purpose, but I'm glad that it's a tough battery. So yes, this is the 65 Corvette. You may have seen it in the background of a few videos. I'm hiding it less and less lately. I'm just trying to figure out the best plan of how to incorporate this in the videos here, but also I want to make sure that I get that Mustang running before I dig in and do anything to this. This is just a 500,000 mile original OG Survivor car. It's amazing. If you want to see a video that I did, I think 8-10 years ago, I'll put a link in the description down below to me test driving this thing. It'll be in the description. Go watch that video if you want to see a little bit more about this car. But for now, let me show you how easy it is to optimize your vintage Vette if you happen to have that. So first off, old battery out, and we will slide this battery down into its little home. We'll get this down into place. Battery in place, negative tight. We'll pull the cap off the positive side, and this simply has a squeeze As you can see, just squeeze it and it is in place. Battery is now connected. It has been optimized. Got an Optima. So there you have it, a really easy and great upgrade with some amazingly good components. Now, this battery's already charged. The thing is in conditioning mode, and that's the benefit of having the big dog here. Hey, what's going on? Pinto, what you doing? Give me that apple. Jeez, you little knucklehead. Let's get this centered back up. That's my helper dog. Oh, now you want to play Frisbee. Okay, she's obviously, it's time for me to finish this video. We'll wrap it up. Great install, highly recommend this stuff. This has been one of those easy ones and highly recommended ones. So get out there in your garage, tinker, and until next time, enjoy your drive. Oh, you knucklehead. And you got an eaten up Frisbee too.